Imagine spending years developing an innovative solution to a critical industry problem, only to face relentless resistance from the very stakeholders aimed to help. This was the reality for Medavante, a company determined to revolutionize clinical trials in the pharmaceutical industry. Welcome to Business Model Hackers, where we explore business strategy and management tools and case studies. Each week, we examine real-world applications of concepts and frameworks using case studies from research and our team's engagement. To protect confidentiality, some details might be altered, but the lessons will remain authentic. Get ready to uncover the insights behind influential business decisions. Sam, I'd really love to learn about Medavante from you. And if it's all right, in this episode, I believe we'll be deep diving into the case of Medavante. That is this company that set out to transform the way psychiatric drugs are developed and tested. I want to be able to explore some of the challenges they faced, decisions they made, and the lessons we can learn from that journey through the lens of optionality, which is your specialty here, and the strategies outlined in the book, The Optionality Blueprint, that you wrote. So if you could, can you give us a brief overview of Medavante and the industry that they operate in?
Yeah, Medavante was founded in 2002 by Paul Gilbert and Amy Ellis. And their mission was to improve the efficiency and accuracy of clinical trials for psychiatric drugs. The pharma industry had been struggling with high rates of failed trials due to inherent biases and variability in the traditional approach to patient assessment. So Medavante aimed to solve this problem with their innovative central ratings methodology, which adopted remote video conferencing, trained clinicians to standardize the evaluation process. The company was later acquired by Arsenal Capital Partners and WCG in 2017, although not very relevant to our context here, so we're studying that before free acquisition.
What were some of the main challenges Medavante faced when introducing their central ratings solution to the market?
I think I mentioned it, touched on that a little bit. The existing clinical trial paradigm suffered from bias and variability in patient assessment. So especially in the psychiatric drug trials where hard endpoints were difficult to measure. So this led to high rates of inconclusive trials, doubled with the cost of bringing new CNS drugs to the market that threatened to reduce pharmaceutical industry investment in mental health drug development. So the company's central ratings approach was designed to replace bias with objectivity and variability with standardization by using remote telemedicine and highly trained standardized clinicians to assess patients. But despite the clear benefits of this approach, the company encountered significant resistance from key stakeholders in the clinical trial ecosystem. So local research sites which traditionally conducted patient assessment viewed central ratings as a threat to their revenue and relevance. So they launched a campaign to discredit Medavante's methodology. Contract research organizations, the CROs, also opposed innovation as it disrupted their existing relationships with research sites. So even within pharmaceutical companies, there was skepticism and reluctance to adopt a new approach, despite the potential to improve trial outcomes. Moreover, Medavante struggled with the high cost of their solution compared to the traditional method, which made it difficult to convince budget-conscious decision-makers. So the benefits, reduced trial failure risks, were long-term and uncertain, while the costs were immediate and substantial.
What key pivots did Medavante make in response to that market resistance? And how did they eventually find the success they were looking for? How did Medavante respond to those particular challenges?
Yeah, Medavante made several pivots, including expanding internationally, developing the MAFTAP software platform to replace paper-based assessments, ultimately shifting focus from central ratings to their Virgil platform that they developed. Virgil built on Medavante's existing technology to provide a solution that worked with the confines of the existing ecosystem, solved major pain points of paper-based documentations for assessment performed at local sites. Faced with mounting resistance, the company made several key decisions. They expanded their services globally to cater to pharma companies' desire for multinational trials. However, the most significant response came in 2014. So when the company shifted its focus from central ratings methodology to the Virgil platform itself. So by offering Virgil as a standalone solution to research sites, Medavante decided to work within the existing ecosystem rather than disrupt. So they repositioned their value proposition from superior trial outcomes to risk reduction, which resonated better with stakeholders.
Now, if we were to look at Medavante through the lens of the business model hacker, what could they have done differently?
Yeah, I mean, while ultimately the company adapted and found success with the Virgil platform, they could have leveraged optionality principles earlier to navigate the resistance they faced. One key strategy we typically adopt here in business model hackers is the optionality triad frame, which emphasizes maintaining a balanced portfolio of options, both stock and mature business. Medavante could have explored adjacent market opportunities for partnerships early on to diversify their revenue streams and reduce reliance on the central rating systems methodology. Another relevant concept is embracing discontinuity for innovation. So Medavante could have anticipated the disruptive potential of their technology and proactively engage stakeholders to co-create solutions that address their concern. By involving research sites and CROs in the development process, they might have mitigated resistance and found mutually beneficial ways to integrate central ratings into the ecosystem.
As we wrap this entire episode up, what are some of the key lessons that you want to share that we can learn from Medavante's story?
I think Medavante's journey highlights the importance of optionality in navigating complex challenges and resistance to innovation. So by maintaining, I think, a flexible mindset, diversifying their portfolio, and proactively engaging stakeholders, the companies can increase their resilience and ability to adapt in the face of adversity. The case also demonstrates the value of continuously reassessing market feedback and being willing to pivot strategies when necessary. Medavante's ultimate success with the Virgin platform shows that sometimes the best path forward may not be the original version, but rather adapted approach that aligns with the realities of the ecosystem. So for business leaders and entrepreneurs, the key takeaway is to embrace optionality as a guiding principle of strategic decision-making. So by considering multiple paths, anticipating disruption, and fostering a culture of adaptability, organizations can position themselves to thrive in the face of uncertainty and resistance to change.
Well, that wraps up our discussion for today. Thank you for tuning into Business Model Hackers. And for more insights and updates, visit businessmodelhackers.com. And don't forget to follow our social channels. It's a special invitation to our listeners. If you join our email list at businessmodelhackers.com, you're going to get access to exclusive downloadable resources. And these materials usually offer far more in-depth information on all the tools, trends, and case studies we discuss on the show, and a lot more. So until next time, keep hacking and innovating.